Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I'm a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and right now patch 3.3 is finally out, Fall of the Lich King, and I'm going to talk about some of the changes that interest me as well as some of the Hunter changes that I think are worth noting. And this little guy here is the Corehound Pup. You get him in your mailbox once you have an authenticator linked to your account. And there's no reason why you shouldn't have an authenticator because it gives you a peace of mind with your WoW account security. So the first change I'm going to talk about is the weekly raid quests. So basically you just have to accept the quest and kill whoever they say you need to kill. And most of these raid quests, you can have access to these bosses pretty much almost instantly, so you don't have to worry about completing a 3-hour raid. Next is the Cross Realm Dungeon Finder. So basically now when you look for people for your dungeons, you could look for anyone within your battle group who is also looking for these dungeons. And the UI has changed, so now you don't have to look for up to 3, you can look for all of them or as many as you want. So I can select that I'm looking for all Lich King heroic dungeons. And these will get matched up with the random daily dungeons. Now the random dungeons, you can look for obviously a random dungeon, and the first one that you complete, you will get 2 Emblems of Frost, and every time after that, you will get 2 Emblems of Triumph. And that being said, Emblems of Triumph are now what drops from all dungeon bosses instead of Emblems of Conquest. And this is great. If you want to use it, try it out because it makes dailies so much faster, or daily dungeons. And now there is also some new 5-man instances as well as a new raid. The Ice Crown Citadel is the new raid, and there are 3 5-man dungeons, the Forge of Souls, Halls of Reflection, and the Pit of Sauron. And I'll have videos of them from a hunter's perspective, as well as how to complete them and any tips that I can give you. So watch out for that coming up. Now, once you start, you'll see that the Halls of Reflection and the Pit of Sauron are locked. So you have to complete the Forge of Souls before the next one is unlocked, and then you have to unlock the next one. Now, the next big change is the quest tracker in-game. So now, once you click on Show Map on your quests, it'll tell you where you can complete these quests, and the blue shows where the enemies that you need to kill exists. So now this completely replaces Quest Helper, and so that's a big add-on that you no longer have to worry about. And I think Blizzard did this correctly. The interface is very usable. You know just exactly what to do and where to go. And now I'm going to show you that once you're in dungeons and you roll for an item, there is now the disenchant option. So basically that is the same as greed in terms of hierarchy. So if someone rolls need, it'll beat greed and disenchant. But if someone rolls greed and you roll disenchant and you win, you will get the disenchanted item instead of the actual item. So that's very nice. And I just completed the daily heroic random quest, and I got money and Emblems of Frost, and I got them directly into my bag, so I don't have to loot or do anything. Let's see, disenchant, greed. And now all these people, every single one of these people are actually people from other realms. If you want to leave an instance now, you could just go leave the instance, and you'll go back to where you entered the instance. And now once you enter an instance, it'll go directly into the instance, so there's no more flying or summoning. Now up to hunter changes. Right now I'm showing you misdirect. Once you cast misdirect, it'll have misdirect up for 30 seconds, and on your first attack, the next 4 seconds, all of your attack's threat will go to that target. Also, Um, more than one hunter can misdirect a target at a time, so that is very helpful. Oh, I have a heroic coming up. Now, deterrence. Deterrence now also blocks hunter attacks, so hunter range attacks. So that means very few attacks can actually hurt us while we are uh, under the effect of deterrence. The next one is intimidation. Intimidation now works immediately instead of on your pet's next attack. All these are great hunter changes. The next one is explosive trap. Before, explosive trap was kind of a useless skill, but now it's been buffed up so that the dot damage of the explosive trap is scaling with the hunter's attack power. So that means right now I have on average about 6 or 7,000 dot damage over 10 seconds with explosive trap, and that's AoE dot damage too. So that'll be great for low level runs as well as anywhere where you need extra AoE, such as Onyxia Whelps. Now up to hunter, or I'm sorry, pet changes. Culling of the herd. Now, when your pet attacks with critical strike, it'll give you and the pet 3% more damage, and that replaces avoidance, but I'll talk about that later. Now up to cower. Cower no longer affects threat, it now reduces the damage that your pet takes and also slowing its movement speed. And avoidance now, instead of a talented skill, is now a baseline skill for all pets, now reducing AoE effect by 90%. That's up from 75, and you no longer have to spend points into it. An amazing buff for all pet classes. And also, pet leveling now is only 5% of the hunter's experience points needed, and pet resilience is now 100% of whatever the hunter has. So if I have 700, that means my pet has 700. Great for PvP and PvE for my tanking, hunter tanking spec. For my next one is pet knockbacks. Now, as you know, in Onyxia, the tail swipes you back, so you lose DPS on your pet. But now, knockbacks are no longer affected for pets. So now, no more losing DPS. So Onyxia's tail, you ain't got nothing on my pet anymore. Now, let me talk about some things that didn't make it into patch 3.3, and that's pet scaling, full pet scaling. So now, I was hoping that we could get pet scaling for critical strike and haste and whatever else that we need. However, we weren't able to make that. But I can't really blame Blizzard because they did a great job with this entire patch. Whether it's the dungeons, the raids, or just the changes to looking for groups and the quest tracker, a lot of big changes, and I would much rather have those rather than having, I can't say rather than, but I can't blame you, Blizzard. You did a great job with this patch, and I'm not going to hold anything against you. And so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have fun with patch 3.3. Take care. Till next time.
Hi boys, after watching Tribunal X Hunter's videos, I suddenly have the urge to
Subscribe. Hey, where are my pants?